What is up, everybody? I am your host, Heavy D, and this is another episode of Nerds Toys. And today we have D-Art's Izanagi from the Persona 4 series. Now, for those of you who may not know what D-Arts is a new line by Bandai that focuses mostly on anime and video game characters. Unlike the SH Figure Arts line that focuses mostly on Kamen Riders and has a little bit of mixture here and there, but mostly it's Kamen Riders. The D-Arts line has series and video game characters from Megami, Digimon, Metabots, and now the newest addition to the series is Persona. They have characters from Persona 4 and Persona 3. So let's go ahead and take a little tour around this gorgeous looking box, I must say. Okay, so let's go ahead and move Mr. Izanagi out of the way for now. And let's take a little tour around the box. I must say this is a very nice looking box. For those of you who are familiar with the series will recognize a lot of these things. Like as you see here, you have a TV screen, which the Persona 4 series revolves around the Midnight Channel. So the figure sits nicely here, so it kind of resembles you watching Izanagi from the TV set. And this very nice, let's see, fold out picture of Izanagi. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a sparkly silver for the lines of Izanagi's jacket and the outline of him all together. Yeah, here you go. Very nice, I must say. And the color scheme is it sits out when I have it sitting on my shelf. It's just bright yellow, these cool orange and green lines here, a little bit of yellow. It's a fairly good sized box, to be honest with you. It's a little bit thicker and bigger than some of my other figures. As you see here, we have good old D-Arts. And I'm not sure if this is Izanagi's name. I'm not too good with Japanese, but we have this down here. And on the back, we have, once again, a very nice large picture of Izanagi and a bunch of little different TV screens. Like I said, for those of you who are familiar with the game and the anime, it revolves around the Midnight Channel and things like that. And here we have just some action poses of Izanagi, and we have showing off the effect pieces here that go along with the sword. And this is showing off the headband, if I'm not mistaken. And right here is the custom stand that it comes with. I will show this later. I must say it is a very nice stand. And just a little bit of information about D-Arts, if I'm not mistaken. There's a shot of Izanagi. And a nice big old Persona 4 right here, smack dab in front of the box. As you see, nice little metallic here. Like I said, this box is just gorgeous. So that is enough about the box. You did not come here to stare at a box all day. You came here to see Izanagi. So coming up next, we will have Izanagi in all his glory. Alright, let's go ahead and look at the articulation for Izanagi here. So let's go ahead and start off with the head. The head can go full 360 without a problem. This headband will not get in the way because it is just on a simple ball joint. So no problems there. Just plugs right in, but I'm going to leave it out for now, because it likes to fall out, and that's why I will mention about the ball joints. So most of the ball joints in my figure, it could just be mine, they like to fall out and things like that. But like I said, it just could be my figure, so hopefully you won't have the same issue. So let's go ahead and check out this arm articulation here. He has some shoulder articulation, back and forth, and the arm will go 360, but it likes to kind of travel along this little path right here, so it doesn't go any higher up 360, because the arm will not go any higher than this, unfortunately. And let's go ahead and look at the elbow. The elbow only has one place of articulation. It's not double jointed, which I really wish it was, but unfortunately it is not. And the hands here, standard full 360. Oops. Like I mentioned, with the ball joints, the hands do kind of like to pop out, especially when you put in the accessories, which I'll show later. It's a little bit complicated. It could just be because my hands, I don't know if this is the way they're all made or what. They seem to be a very soft plastic, so they don't have a lot of give to them, so they kind of like to drop the sword very easily. So let's go ahead and go over the torso. You can go forward that far, back that far. He can kinda rotate, but if you force it, he'll just pop out. So not too much rotation, just kind of back and forth, unfortunately. And the legs, I will say, for the legs, the bottom of his jacket kind of hinder the legs a little bit, because it's not a hard plastic, but it's not like super soft. So the legs, you can only really get one up at a time. So for the leg articulation, he has a double joint, which is very nice. And there is back and forth in there, but it doesn't go too far. Let's see if we can go ahead and kind of pop out the legs. Let's give you a little view of the legs without the cape. So he can go up that far. He can do full splits, really. But with the legs being under the jacket really puts a big hindrance on the leg articulation. Because he can go up this far, go back about this far. And since we have the legs disassembled, might as well say, we can look at the feet here. The feet are on a little ball joint, little heels, I guess you can call them, are on a ball joint. Now Izanagi cannot stand by himself, so that's why you need to stand, because his heels do not allow him to stand properly. But I will say they are very nice. So let's go ahead and give Izanagi back his legs here. And next we will go over the accessories for Izanagi, and that will include this lovely stand here and many more. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the accessories, excuse me, for Izanagi here. We have these extra set of hands. Now most of these kind of like holding things hands, except for the ones he has to start off with. See if we can get this camera to focus. This is one set of hands, and this is what you mostly use to hold the sword. I'm not sure if you can tell, but the tips of the fingers here have like little gold points. Let's see if we can show it off. Nope. But hopefully I will have pictures at the end of the video that will show more details and the nice details that Izanagi comes with. So Izanagi has 3 sets of hands. That's included with the ones he has on. So you have 2 additional sets. And let's go ahead and look at this sword here. And the sword is very nice. The sword is almost as long as Izanagi himself. Very nice, very nicely detailed. Just simple colors. Your white, your gray. You have like 2 different shades of gray. You have a lighter gray here, you can tell, which is almost in some light reflective, but you have a darker gray for the rest of it, and you have the white right here. So very nice. And next we have, which I consider one of the coolest parts of this, are the effect pieces. And this effect piece here goes around the base. So you'll have Izanagi standing up. So to kind of represent him being summoned. So you'll have this effect piece here. And then we have this one, which I must say is very cool. This is for the sword to simulate Izanagi swinging the blade. And it just attaches it on like that. Now this does make the sword very, very heavy for Izanagi to hold. And like I said earlier, the hands, they have a lot of give. Well, they don't have a lot of give, so they like to drop this real easy. It takes you a little bit to hose them in a way with this. It can be done, but it's really frustrating and takes some time. And once you get them in that set pose, you may not want to move them. But I will say this effect piece adds a real nice effect to Izanagi. This is great looking, and it has actual gradients, like you see, like a dark blue here, then a lighter blue all the way up to a white. So this is very nice. And last but not least, I must say, is the custom stand that Izanagi comes with. And for those of you who have played the Persona 4 game or watched the anime, know that this is the back of the Persona cards. This is the back of it, and I will say this is a very nice stand. It suits, is better than just a plain little square stand that most SH figure arts come with. And it just sticks out on the shelf, and it looks really nice. Even though it's just 2 colors, but it's, like I said, very nice. It's very durable. It's fallen off my shelf a few times, but it's very good. It holds Izanagi very well. You have your traditional attachment to attach Izanagi to the stand. Like I say, very nice. Now, unfortunately, all the accessories, Izanagi comes with. So I'll go ahead and go to the last part and give my final words on Izanagi, and should you or should you not pick him up. Alright, now that you've seen everything about Izanagi, all the accessories he comes with, and the articulation, I would say I would pick him up, especially if you're a Persona 4 fan, or if you're looking for something new to add to your collection. Izanagi is a very good added bonus to your collection. Now I will say he doesn't come with all his flaws, like the ball joints being very loose, and say the hips and the hands, and the back of the scarf, or that scarf, the bandana. But besides that, it's not a very bad figure. It's not that expensive either. I think I paid, I want to say $45, maybe a little bit less. But I picked mine up at Toyarena. Now I've seen these everywhere. I've seen them on probably like Japan, Big Bad Toystore. Now depending on where you pick it up, it can vary in price, and it may be up in price by now, since it is a very new figure. It just came out 3-4 months ago, but it could vary in price depending on when you get it. eBay, you can find it for cheap. Sometimes it may be a little bit too expensive on eBay, but if you really love Persona 4 or you're looking for something new to add to your collection, I would very much recommend Izanagi. So this has been Heavy D with another episode of Nerds Toys. I hope you enjoyed, and please rate down below, rate, comment, subscribe if there's anything you would like to see me review, and I will try my best to review it if I can. And please subscribe up here in the little subscribe box right here, and hope to see you again next time.